Hello, friends. Have you heard the story of the baker's son who vanished into thin air? Well, it happened just as he fed the oven something that blinked. Yes, you heard right. The oven blinked. Let me tell you the whole story. One day his son was putting bread into the oven when the bread began to glow. The oven was made of iron, but now it was glowing like hot coals. The boy screamed and ran out of the kitchen. When the baker saw what was happening, he grabbed a poker and began to poke the glowing embers in the oven. Then suddenly the oven door flew open and the poker flew out, hitting the baker right in the head. He fell down stunned. When he came to, he saw something unbelievable. His son had vanished. There was no trace of him anywhere. The police searched for the boy, but they couldn't find him. No one knew what had happened to him. Now, years went by, but the baker never forgot his son. He missed him every day. Then one day the baker was at a flea market looking for baking supplies when he heard someone calling his name. He turned around and saw a man with a basket of pastries. "Did you make these?" the baker asked. "Yes," said the man. "I learned how from my father." The baker's heart skipped a beat. Could this man be his son? But how could he be a baker if he was already dead? Confused, the baker followed the man. The man knocked on the door and a woman opened it. She was young and beautiful, just like the baker's wife. "Mother, I brought you some pastries I learned from father," the man said. The baker was shocked. The woman took the pastries, then turned to the baker and said, "You must be here to collect your son." Confused, the baker shook his head. Then the woman took him inside. She showed him a room filled with toys and tools just like the ones his son liked. Then she led him to a bedroom where a little boy was sleeping. The baker approached the bed and gently touched the boy's shoulder. The boy turned around and the baker saw his own face looking back at him. The boy jumped out of bed and embraced the baker. Finally, the baker had found his son after all those years. But there was still one mystery. How was he alive? The answer was in the oven. The magical oven had taken the boy when he tried to feed it something that blinked. It turned out that thing was a small bird that flew into the oven. The bird was magical, and the oven was its nest. The mother was also magical. She was the oven spirit. She took the form of a beautiful woman to lure the baker to her cottage so she could take care of her child. The oven had chosen the baker's son as its mate, and their son was the proof. So you see, sometimes things are not what they seem. A simple oven can be magical and a lost son can be found again.